Perfect.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bourbon Bites Whiskey Reviews with a Gaming Twist. I'm Clifton, and today we are doing a very, very special blind flight. This one was brought to us by our friend, Scary Peeper, who is here in the chat with us here tonight. I actually realized as that video was playing, I got distracted by a UPS person, and I ran over to open the door, and I did not grab my Glencairns. So if you guys don't mind giving me 10 seconds, I know, super freaking professional, right? I got distracted by UPS. I will be right back. Literally, I apologize. Let me see if I can give y'all a video. Let's see if I can give you guys, here's 1 minute of something. I apologize, guys. Be right back. And we're back. Okay. Wow, off to a good start here. But first of all, how y'all doing this Saturday evening? Hopefully you guys are having a great time. Sample bottle chugs. Oh no. We gotta take this seriously because, like I said, this flight was provided to you by our good friend Scary Peeper, who you all know, but he produces these really cool puppets. You saw him in the thumbnail and the intro that go on windows. Perfect for pranks. So he also provided us a coupon code tonight. So if you want to plan ahead for next Halloween, or if you want to get one to pull a prank on your friends, there's a coupon code right there. Use code BOURBON on scarypeeper.com and get a discount because they're really, really cool. Oh, audio is out. Ooh. Are we good now? That was weird. That shouldn't happen. Okay, it's fixed. Okay, cool. I was like, there's no reason the audio should be out. All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys for dealing with these technical issues. But are we good? Are we good to go now? Give me a thumbs up if we're good to go. Thumbs up on the video and thumbs up in the chat. How about that? Okay, all good now. Thank y'all so much. Wow, I was like, man, these Saturday streams, I know they're like a little more like laid back and chill, but I'm like, oh my god, like why is this off to such a bad start already? Maybe it's a bad omen, a scary omen. Curse. Are we cursed? All right. So, like I said, we have 4 whiskeys here tonight. I did want to, I was drinking on something right before I did the stream, and I wanted to revisit it because I actually haven't reviewed this on the channel. This is the Nelson's Greenbrier, the Sour Mash Tennessee whiskey. I picked this up when I was in South Carolina, and I don't know, I guess I just may have had high hopes for it being Nelson Greenbrier, who y'all know is like behind Belle Meade, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling this one, so I just wanted to revisit it real quick at the beginning of the stream. See if maybe it's growing on me. Have y'all had a chance to try this one? It's, first of all, I give them credit. This is a damn sexy label. Like, this is a really, really nice label. This stands out on the shelf, and this was only like $30 or $40, $30 to $40. But yeah, I'm gonna pour some real quick and just kind of pregame with that a bit before we get into the flight. Jen Ardolino. Jen says, popping in real quick, say hi and cheers. Watching Cheech play. See you lovely people. Jen, I think, is it y'all's anniversary? If so, happy anniversary. I thought I saw that on Facebook. I could have misread something, but if it is your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and Cheech. Yeah, I do want to give a couple shout outs. Sorry, I didn't even do my shout outs because I was so caught off guard by not having my Glencairn. I know Trev Wilson was actually here really early into the night. He said he loves him some Scary Peeper. He is doing a stream right now for his patrons, so he's not going to be able to join us tonight. But a couple shout outs, of course. Our man himself, Scary Peeper, here is watching the stream. Lil, that's who I was responding to. I was responding to Trev and Scary Peeper earlier. What's up, Wheels? Good to see you. Todd Koopa. Todd Koopa is actually getting his very own private Bourbon Bite subscription box tasting early next week. So that's available to my Patreon tiers, Bourbon Terabytes and up, which is the $50 tier. I know it's steep, but it's steep, but you get your own Bourbon Bite subscription box, which may include samples month to month. So there's that. We are doing our monthly Patreon hangout right after this stream. So that's for everyone that's $5 and up on Patreon. We do that over on our Discord server, which is just bourbonbites.com. So if you are a patron and you're considering upping your tier to the $5 level, now's a great night to do it, because we're going to do our it's always a good time. We do random hangouts throughout the week, but our monthly one is always just honestly amazing. So scroll and get caught back up. Just a lot of the chat. Thank you all for chatting so much in the chat. Okay, Jen says it is their anniversary. Awesome. Well, happy anniversary to you guys. Brian Bernanke says we have their early whiskey release from the distillery. It was young. I think that's my problem with it. Todd Cooper says, is there a face looking at us above the lamp? The fuck? Oh, I was kidding. Yeah, that is the scary Peeper. We also have a very special guest here tonight, provided to us by our lovely friends Donnie and Diana Webb. We have a new mascot. I don't know if we're going to keep the mascot. We have a new mascot for the moment. This is Elmo. So we have a new mascot. This is for, what do we call them, Elmo chats now? Perry has his snuffy chats. We have Elmo chats. So if you send a super chat tonight, you get a little special Elmo message, but you got to be careful because sometimes he has a knife. So got to go with the theme there too. So I was actually really nervous. I was like, I'm going to drop this knife and I'm going to stab my foot in the middle of the stream. Let's not let that happen. So anyways, so the Nelson's Greenbrier, I don't really love. Tickle me chats. I like that. I like that better, Todd. Yeah, so it's an inside joke from one of our hangouts. So like I said, if you want to join our hangouts and be part of our community, you don't have to. We do random hangouts sometimes without being a Patreon. So you don't have to be a patron to join the Discord. That's just everyone, open to everyone. It's just bourbonbites.com. Really cool. That's like our main group chat. We talk all the time about random stuff, including some not safe for work stuff. And there's a very special channel for that. Bubble Bath Bourbon's killing that. He's sending the best memes for that one. Brandon says, don't kill Elmo. Oh no, Elmo's fine. But yeah, this is the Nelson's Greenbrier. I just want to have something in my glass before I got into the flight. And also I haven't had any bourbon tonight, so it's Tennessee whiskey technically. So yeah. Now it does say it's a minimum of 2 years. I think it's right at that 2-year mark. Honestly, I'm really hoping that this stuff is going to age better and get better with time. But right now I'm just not quite feeling it. But oh well, I think it's definitely it's a decent price. I just don't recommend it at the 2 years that it is right now. Don Nishida says you need to be at I guess I forgot I can feature comments. Don says you need to be at a certain Patreon tier to tickle Clifton. Well, there is a Bourbon Daddy tier, and there's only one of those available. That is for the person that's willing to give me $100 a month. You get your own private tasting. The Bourbon Terabyte tasting is supposed to be a public one. We only have one right now, so it's technically a private. So Todd is getting a great deal on that one. But no, Bourbon Daddy does get a private tasting, so that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and we have our Glens now, thank God. I had started to panic as soon as that video was about to end, and I was like, the UPS guy. So okay, anyways, so this is a blind flight. It's a double blind. I don't know what any of these pours are. I do have a little bit of clues here that Scary Peeper provided for us. He's also in the chat, so if we have any questions or if he wants to drop any more hints during the stream, we're gonna get those as we go along. But this is what he considers a few of his favorite things. Now, again, I'm like, is this like a horror thing? Like a few of my favorite things as I kill people? Or is it literally just the dude behind the mask? So this is a flight of 3 bourbons and 1 rye. See if I can guess which one is the rye. So that's all we know. It's very, very open-ended. So I don't typically do a lot of these blind flights on the channel. I did one recently from Ian, that bourbon guy. He sent me a new riff flight, but I don't often do double blind flights. So I'm really nervous about being able to detect what's what. If I have a certain category or a certain brand or something, I can be a lot more detailed. But if I don't know what the hell I'm drinking other than it being a bourbon or a rye, we're in for probably. I'm going to be so wrong. Honestly, I'm just going to be so wrong with my guesses. So wow. Brian says, Nelson Greenbrier is a great tour if you're in Nashville. Plus, we grabbed a 12-year Belmead Cask Strength. That sounds freaking awesome. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pour all of these. I'm I'm also going to cover them up, so make sure that they don't aerate too much with, of course, y'all know, my Bourbon Bites Challenge coin, which is available for everyone can purchase this. I need to get better with this. When I have a ring light, it does not like to focus, but whatever. It's a cool challenge coin. It has my logo on it. Almost dropped it. It's very heavy metal. It says no mesh value on the back. So if you want yours, they're available for $20. Venmo at Bourbon Bites, and get your very own. So there's a knife here, y'all. I gotta be careful. All right, so let's go ahead and pour our samples. We have 4 different ones: A, B, C, and D. Thank you so much, Adriana Whiskey Mountains. Also, don't forget to go subscribe to her channel. She gave me a nice shout out on Instagram earlier, which I really appreciated. So definitely go follow her on Instagram and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Okay, so Scary Peeper says no pressure. Let me know if I can help with clues. Well, I do want to. I might start asking some questions. If I'm completely lost, I may be like, I'm just gonna like. So, is this the rye? What about this one? Is this the rye? All right, so let's go ahead and pour A and B, then C and D. And thankfully, all these Glencairns are different labels on them, so I can actually keep track of them. I wasn't planning on that, but I grabbed it. I didn't actually wash my full set. So I was like, oh, crap. I was like, oh, wait. Thank God I have 4. All right, there's C. Oh, thank you. Scary Peeper says the Bourbon Bites Challenge coin is awesome. Yes, he got his in. Hopefully he got his in. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. I think they came out really awesome. I do hope to do more batches of them when I eventually, if we sell all 100 of these. There was only 100 in the first batch. But if we sell all 100 of them, I will do another batch. And already got some ideas for what I'm going to do with that one. All right, pour in the D. Here we go. All right, before we get into this, I do want to say if you missed my most recent live streams on Thursday, I had Alex Castle from almost said Castle and Key. No, I had Alex Castle from Old Dominic join us. She is the master distiller there and senior vice president. Did that live on Thursday. It was at an earlier time, so you may have missed it. If you missed it and you want to watch the replay, it's on my channel. I also just uploaded my new 5 whiskeys you need video, which is recommended by ADHD Whiskey because he started a new list, not the original. You've probably seen hundreds of these, you only need 5 whiskeys that came out last year. Oh no. There's a round 2, and this is the 2021 ADHD Whiskey Edition. So go upload that video. Go check out that video, and let me know in your comments on that video what your list would be. All right, so. Ooh, okay. The nose is really, really good. So he said these are a few of my favorite things. So I don't actually know. I have no idea what his favorite things are. I wish I was closer with him, and hopefully he can join us at after our monthly Patreon hangout after this, and we can talk a bit more about what his favorite things are. But I have no idea what these are going to be. So I'm gonna go through and nose all 4 of them, just first impressions. Why not? A is really sweet. It's like a sweet candy. I mean, it's almost giving me there's a note that I always give him a Russell's Reserve. I'm kind of getting a little bit. I'm not going to make my guesses this early on, but it noses kind of like a Russell's. B is a lot more subdued. I think it's a lot. Not as much sweetness on the nose. It's more oaky for sure. This one, B noses like an older whiskey. C. Oh wow, C's hasn't really opened up yet. C's spicy. Spicy like a rye. We'll see. And D. No, D is more similar to B. Okay. On the nose alone, I would guess that C is the rye. But again, we haven't even tasted these whiskeys. So I do want to ask, what are you guys drinking this Saturday afternoon? Or not afternoon. I guess maybe if you're in another country or something. But this Saturday evening, what do y'all got in your glass? I had a rum and Coke with dinner. So that's all I've had today. So I'm excited to get more into some whiskeys. So Todd Cooper says, it was a great interview. Buying some of their bottles in a couple weeks when I make it to Kentucky. Oh yeah, I wish I could buy bottles here. So hopefully they said they're working on getting more out here. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for those. Then talking about Old Dominic there, and then Whiskey Mountain says Alex Castle was a great guest. Yeah, Knob Creek 120. Let's just guess everything's Knob Creek single barrel. Oh, y'all already getting your guesses in. Okay. Oh, no, that's what y'all are drinking. I was like, Okay, y'all are being very specific. I'm like, how does Todd know that Scary Peeper sent me a Rebel single barrel Ohio pick? Then I realized y'all are telling me what y'all are drinking. Y'all, I'm still a little thrown off by it. Like, y'all noticed like a lot of like YouTubers, like if something throws them off at the beginning of their stream, they're kind of like off kilter a little bit. Like whether their like mic goes out or their like lighting's off or they don't have audio. That's always like something that's gonna throw people off. And I'm feeling it today, but you know what? We're gonna catch up and we're gonna be all good. Once I get some bourbon in me. How about that? Barrel Armida says Carolina Whiskey Girl. What's up, Carolina Whiskey Girl? I think we follow each other on Instagram. I recognize your name. Good to see you. Wesley Zeller, amazing patron here. JD Barrel Proof at the moment. Oh man, y'all are. I don't know who the proof of these. These might be cast strength. Okay, here's I guess first question for Scary Peeper. What's the lowest proof of these four? If it's something that would give it away specifically, you can give me a range. You can say like about this. But if it doesn't give it away, just tell me the lowest proof if you know. You may not know because you sent these a while back, and I apologize for taking so long to get to them. Smooth Ambler single barrel strength rye. I saw them for quite a bit, probably end of last year. I bought two different ones because two hit my store, and I think one hit it later. I actually haven't seen it in a while. Our store just got in some of the our store just got in some more. They got 5 different picks of the bourbon, the Smooth Ambler MGP bourbon. But they have not gotten any more of the rye. So happy to send you samples of those 2 barrels that I got. If I haven't drank, I know I have at least one more, but I may have drank the first one, the second one. All right, so let's go and start drinking, shall we? We are at 20 minutes and we got plenty of time. And of course, like I said, we're gonna do our after party, not the after party, the monthly hangout right after this. So A is the lowest proof. I see. Maybe that was intentional. Yeah, A, it has someone like there's like a note that I always get on like a sweet. I always call it like a sweet tart note, and I get it on some Russell's Reserves. So that was the first thing that jumped out of the glass to me. But it also has like a bit of a spiciness to it that I don't know. I'm done sniffing. Let's go ahead and drink it. Cheers, guys. Lower proof, yeah. But I think that's the finish is really nice. Even though I can tell it's like a lower proof, the finish is like really evolving for something that's lower proof. Now we don't know. He says it's the lowest proof. That doesn't mean that it's like 90 proof. That could mean like 100, 110 proof would be the lowest proof. But I think I don't know. That's still screaming wild turkey to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm not the best doing these blinds. We'll see. Maybe I'm nailing it. Maybe that's exactly what it is. Maybe it's a Russell Reserve small batch, like the non-single barrel at 90 proof. Maybe we'll see. It's got not too much oak jumping out of it. I don't think there's like a little bit of oak, but it's like behind like the sweetness, and the sweetness is like still like a candy sweetness, not like a baked good, like a Heaven Hill kind of sweetness. It's like a sweet, almost like artificial strawberry kind of sweetness, but it's good. I mean, man, that finish really, really hits you, even if it is lower proof. It hits you good. So Emily says she's deciding between Jameson Black Barrel and Maker's Select. I actually haven't had Jameson Black Barrel. I've had a lot of expressions from Jameson, but I have not had that one. So I don't know. Maybe start with that one and then move to Maker's. Maker's is higher proof, I think, anyway. So Todd says he gets sweet tart vibe on Knob Creek Cast Strength Rye. Yeah, Knob Creek. Both batch 1 and 2. Only Jim Beam product I get that on. Interesting. So you get that on a rye. Let me go back in because Knob Creek rye isn't as oaky as like the bourbons are. Okay, there's such a power of influence here because I get a little bit of that rye spice on it. Like I was getting a little on the nose. Damn, Todd, that's a pretty damn good guess. Honestly, if it's not the Russell's Russell's regular small batch, but it wouldn't be the cast strength. I wouldn't think it'd be. I don't think this is the cast strength rye. I think if this is a Knob Creek, it's just the regular off the shelf rye, or the single barrel select rye. There's a little bit of that there, but as y'all know, Knob Creek is barely legal rye, so it's kind of a toss up. I think there's a good bit of rye spice there, and I don't know the mash bill of a like Russell's. I don't know. I don't think they're very high rye, as we learned from Alex Castle. They brand themselves as high rye, but their mash bill is not high rye. Yeah. So All right, but I'm going to come back to A because it's always hard to judge a flight based off of the first one. So we're going to move on to B. Remember, there are 3 bourbons and 1 rye here tonight. Have no idea the region, if they're all from Kentucky. Have no idea the mash bill. We know nothing, so we're going to try to figure it out. So this one is a lot more traditional bourbon. I think if any of these is like screaming bourbon out of the glass, it's B. It doesn't have the spice that I think the other one had. It has a lot of oak. This one definitely, I think to me, seems like it has a lot of age on it compared to the others. So yeah, Todd says he hasn't had the regular Knob Creek rye. I think Knob Creek rye is pretty consistent, whether it's the cast strength or even a store pick. It's a pretty consistent product. I had a store pick that tasted very, very similar to a non-pick. So I don't know. I think it's a pretty consistent flavor profile, but I do like it. I actually just bought another one. My store got one in and it was on sale. It was like $36 for a pick of the rye. So what's up, Bourbon Baller? Good to see you on a Saturday. Ooh, I'm liking B. Yeah, that one's good. I like that one. We do know these are his favorite things. That one's like lots of oak. It's like dry oak, almost screaming Knob Creek, like Adriana mentioned earlier. It almost isn't like, it's not quite as oaky. Like it's oaky, but like Knob Creek normally goes like a darker, richer oak. This one's still kind of like new oak. That one's got me curious. That one's the most interesting one to me so far. I'm very curious to hear what B is. But let's keep going on the line. And we're gonna go to C, and then we're gonna pick our favorites. Then we'll reveal. We got time. I'm like, I don't know why I'm rushing this. There's no reason to. I guess I'm just excited for our party after. But I'm also I'm just a very impatient person. So I'm like, not knowing these is stressing me out. Oh wow, C is more honey. This is the one that I originally said was rye at first, but I think after tasting them, I'm not quite sure I agree with that. But we got to give it a try. That one's like honey, and I get honey a lot on some like E.H. Taylor. Not like an E.H. Taylor rye though. E.H. Taylor rye is like beaming with honey. Beaming. But it's oh man, but that's close. None of these have screamed like high rye so far. So he's making it tricky for us, I think. I think he's keeping it like a barely legal rye, or at least like a, not a high rye. C is giving me some like Buffalo Trace kind of, maybe Eagle Rare. I don't know. I feel like it's in the Buffalo Trace family, but it's higher proof though, and it's higher proof than A. But that may again 100 proof. We don't know the proof. We do know that A is the lowest. We don't know if it goes in order of proof. So next question, Scary Peeper, does this go in order of proof? So is A the lowest and then D the highest, or not? That was a winky face. He probably hasn't heard my question yet. There's a delay. So, that one's really nice though. If that's a rye, that's a really good rye. I'll wait to hear his answer before I move on to D to see what we get from if they go up in proof. That's good though. I mean, I think I like B because B is very familiar. Definitely gives us kind of like a Knob Creeky kind of note. Order of proof. Okay, well that's great to know. So we're gonna guess that D is probably cast strength, just going off of how high proof C drank. Let's go ahead and try D. Man, I am so bad at this. I didn't realize how bad I was at this until I've like done it, because it's been so long since I've done a double blind. I honestly think the last time I did that for a video was with Chad and Sarah. I think Don Nishida sent us a flight. It was Chad, Sarah, Perry, and was he Crusaders? Matt? There was someone else there. I don't remember who it was. It was a long time. It was over a year ago, I think, or maybe almost right at a year ago. All of these smell familiar. So that's the one thing that sucks about not knowing Scary Peeper that well. Like, I don't know if he's like someone that's like buying like $300 whiskeys all the time, or if he's someone that's like, sticks to like the $50, $60 range. So that's so hard to like guess where these are going. I mean, so far I think they've drank very like nothing has like jumped out as like best thing in the world for me ever. I'm gonna regret saying that though, because watch me do like, oh well, this was an exclusive bottling that's only available in Scotland, and it was $450. Oh, I don't fucking know. No, I guess it wouldn't be because it's a bourbon or a rye. So it was Whiskey Crusaders. Thank you, Don. Yeah, obviously you would know. D smells good. It smells. I don't know. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh, that one's really oily. Okay. Okay, so he thinks I may have had most of these before. Okay, well that makes sense why they're familiar. Ooh, okay. Ooh. D is Scream and Beam. So I said what was beaming something earlier. Now this is Screaming Beam. This is like a Booker's. I think D tastes very Booker's-ish. It has like a bit of like a dry peanut quality to it. My first thought was like it was the 15-year undisclosed distillery from Doc Swenson's, which by the way, I have a flight from Doc Swenson's. Do y'all want to see that? If y'all want to see a Doc Swenson stream, I'll definitely do it. But let me know because I don't have a contact there. So, well, I do, but they never respond to my emails. They sent me samples, and I'm like, hey, when do you want to do a stream? And radio silence. So, if y'all still want to see a Doc Swenson stream, which includes the 15-year undisclosed whiskey, as well as their alter ego series, let me know because I'll definitely do it. I didn't get an email response. I'm like, what do I do with these? Oh, everyone's saying be safe, Donnie. What happened? Oop, what'd I miss? Oh, tornado warning sirens. Oh shit. Fuck. Y'all, I have shown the guest. I'll show him again. This is our new super chat. Super chat guest. What is it? Tickle me chats. So this is to you guys, Donnie and Diana. Y'all be safe. If y'all want to watch from your phone as you're hunkered in shelter, you can, but no pressure. But yeah, thank y'all for the gift. He's very cuddly, unless he has a knife, and then it's like I got to be careful with this knife. I'm like, I did not want. Was it just me that was traumatized by a sibling when they were a kid that like ran around chasing me with a knife? Because I don't do knives. I'm like, it's too close to my face. I don't like it. Like this right now, I'm like, I'm feeling. Someone's gonna screenshot this and they're gonna like report me to the YouTube police. But yeah, so this is Evil Elmo. Okay, knife going down. Knife down. We're good now. Okay. But yeah, seriously, Donnie, stay safe. Don't murder Elmo. No, he's not gonna be murdered. He's going to do the murdering if it happens. So Sugar Kitty says definitely do docs. Well, Sugar Kitty, your wish is my command. All good, Donnie. Sorry, I may not be able to pay attention. It doesn't. Obviously, your safety matters above all else. So I know it's been storming really bad out there in Tennessee. So. All right. Well, cheers to you, Donnie. Let me give a second sip back to D. The interesting thing about D is it starts off really light, like almost like I've had a Jim Beam single barrel, just like the regular. There was the new one that's 108 proof, and there was the old one that was like 94 proof. This one does remind me a lot of the 108 proof Jim Beam single barrel, the new one, but it has a bit of that like dusty nut funk that is like I've had some Bookers that have that, and knowing that these go up in proof. I don't know. So far, D makes me think it's a Booker's, but we got to go back through one more time. I'm going to rank them, and then I'm going to tell you my final guesses of what I think these are, and then we're going to reveal them. So Emily says siblings can be tough. That's the thing. And the thing is, he was a younger brother too, and he still scares me. All right. So gave first impressions. Let's go back through, do a bit of ranking, and maybe do a little bit of guessing to see. I'm on to something with the Jim Beam. Okay. I'm glad to hear I'm not completely failing. Now, if I had to guess, we do know one of these is a rye. If I had to guess the rye, BRB. A is so familiar. Like that's like the. Man, this is tough. If I had to guess which one's the rye, I would probably say A. And the person that said, I think it was Todd Cooper, said Knob Creek rye gives him a bit of a note that I was getting on that. I'm gonna guess A is the rye, and I'm gonna guess A is the Knob Creek rye. Now, don't know that. You can tell me if I'm wrong. How about that? And then I get a second guess. I get two guesses of each of them. Am I wrong about A or am I right about A being Knob Creek rye? And you don't have to tell me if it's like a single barrel or whatever. We can figure that out when we get to the results. But I'm very curious to hear if that's right or wrong. Let's find out. No, I'll drink on B while I wait for that. The D has a dusty nut. Todd. Wrong. Oh, we're wrong. Okay. Okay, question number 2 about that. Is A the rye? This Am I making up the rules as I go? There are no rules. It's just like he offered to give hints. So I guess the best hint is am I right or wrong? It's like an escape room, right? With the killer Elmo in the escape room. I'm like, is this right? Are we doing this wrong? I'm like, hey, attendant. Oh, Knob Creek 15. Well, no, but Knob Creek 15 is only 100 proof, and I think these are definitely over 100 proof towards the end. So that's a good guess, Sugar Kitty, though. So we're waiting to find out if A is the rye. A is not the rye. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. Well, my second guess at the rye was C. So let me don't answer yet. Let me go back through and see if I can get that again. B almost now. I originally said beam on B, but now that I've had D, I like made a very obvious point that was definitely beam. B is drinking more like almost like a Henry McKenna, like a single barrel, because it has that oak. So I think it has some age on it, and I almost feel like maybe it's a Heaven Hill. I mean, it has more oak than like an Elijah Craig, because that would also be a guess. I feel like would be a good guess like an Elijah Craig, but unless it's like an Elijah Craig 12-year from like a long time ago, then damn, you spoiled me. But I don't know. Maybe a Henry McKenna on B. That's not final guess, but Donashita with the first super chat here, or the first Elmo chat here tonight. Donashita. Middle of the night, you hear Elmo speaking from the other room. You investigate. See him standing there with the knife. Elmo is the new Chucky. Take on my fucking tummy! That's what he's going to do whenever he comes into my bedroom. That is terrifying. Almost as terrifying as Mr. Scary Peeper over there. We're at a good point where I can tell you all the story about what happened, how I got in trouble with this one. Some of y'all may have heard this already. Not with Elmo. I did not get in trouble with Elmo. I got in trouble with my husband, Mr. Scary Peeper. You got me in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Do y'all want to hear that story? We'll have Elmo tell that story if we get one more super chat here tonight. Oh, gotta raise the bar there somewhere. Okay, let's go out to C, because I gotta get through this fight before I get. Man, C has got to be the right. I feel like now. My instinct was, so the reason I'm not sticking to the whole E.H. Taylor rye with that one, 2 reasons. One, it has a ton of honey, but this is on the finish. E.H. Taylor rye, every single time I've had it, the honey is up front. It's the very first note I get. So it's like flip-flop with this one. So that's what makes me think it's not E.H. Taylor. Also, E.H. Taylor rye is only 100 proof. But something still makes me feel Buffalo Tracy about this. But again, could be. I would say it could be Heaven Hill, but I was like, no, this definitely has more of the fruit, the fruitiness that a Buffalo Trace has. But again, this could be some random distillery in North Carolina. For all I know, I don't actually know if this is like just the core lineup of Kentucky. They're all delicious though. I have not had a single bad one of these. I would recommend them all, and I see why they're all his favorite things. All right, y'all, Brian and Todd. Brian says, "Got to hear the Peeper story," and Todd says, "Let's hear it." Well, y'all got it. So I wish I could do an Elmo impression. Apparently, part of the inside joke is I did an Elmo impression. I don't remember doing an Elmo impression during that hangout. Cliffy was Cliffy had almost left the room, and then like the next level, Cliff Z or whatever we call him, would have came out. So Cliffy doesn't remember speaking in an Elmo voice. I think y'all are confused, and I think that was Zopher. I think that was Zopher, and y'all thought it was me. That's all I got to say to that. Y'all gonna go in a rage now. All right. So, story about Scary Peeper. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Okay. So, the day I got that, which by the way, thank you again, Scary Peeper, for sending me the actual. I've already scared him with it, so I can't use it on him anymore. But I could think of some more ideas for some other friends. He saw me open it. Like he saw it, and I opened it up and got the samples and everything. But then I was like, I'm gonna scare him. Like I got a little drunk that night. I think it was one of our hangout nights, and I got a little drunk, and I was like, before I go to bed, I'm gonna put this. Okay. So y'all see like where that lamp is back there, and then there's a thing back there that's like a surround sound thing. But anyways, it's in the corner. There's like a little crevice back there. You can actually hide back there. I put this guy back there, just peeking over the couch, and I forgot about it because I was drunk. So, anyways, he has to wake up early for work. It was like a weekend morning, and I like had a panic attack. Okay, so basically, he came into the bedroom crying that morning, and like your heart sinks when you hear someone someone you love like crying. You're like, oh no, what happened? What's wrong? Like someone died. So I was like, oh my god, what happened? And he's like, Clifton, and I was like, what? Like I set up really quickly. I was just as scared. And then he was like, I hate you. And like it finally hit me why he said he hated me. I was like, oh, I did that, didn't I? He had apparently had just taken a sip of water. Like he had taken his water into the kitchen to get ready, and he had turned on the lights and he was sipping his water. And when the lights came on, he saw that behind the couch and he choked on the water, spilled it all over himself, and like couldn't breathe because he was so terrified. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh my god, I'm so fucking in the doghouse for this. He literally was absolutely mortified. And you know what? The funny thing is, I actually have a fear of someone. I've always had a fear of someone breaking into the house. So I immediately felt terrible because I was like, if that had been me and I'd been scared like that, I would have probably died too. Like I know that feeling, like not be able to breathe because you're so scared. I was like, I felt terrible. I was so bad. Adriana says, yep, you'd have been a dead husband if that were me. Emily says, don't torment your spouse, people. Yeah, lesson learned that night. I got just as scared seeing him crying coming to the bedroom in the morning. I was so scared. I was like, oh no, what happened? Okay, that's me minimizing things. I got just as scared. No, I think he was probably more scared than me. Poor Justin, that is so funny. Tony says bad Cliffy. I know. So he's made me put it in the closet ever since then. So we don't have it out. But I'm waiting for another use for it. Not on him. I gotta find another friend to scare. That's a little less of a situation than like first thing in the morning. Because I don't think being scared first thing in the morning is ever a good idea. Cliffy is evil. Poor Justin. I know. So, anyways, that was my Scary Peeper story. So if you're curious, do these work? They hella work. And you can get 30% off with your coupon code BOURBON at checkout at scarypeeper.com. Look at me being all sponsored and shit. Okay, back to the whiskey. Okay, so we know that A is not a rye. We know that A is not a Knob Creek rye. We know this. We don't know. That's all we know. All right. Guess number 2, Scary Peeper, is C. Is C the rye? Because that's what I would guess with second guess. I'm probably going to be wrong on that one too. It's probably going to be D. He says, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, so awesome. Well, I told you, your product works. If you need a testimonial from me, that's it right there. Because he'll kill me for putting that out there. But all right. So my next guess is C is the rye, but I could be wrong again. We'll see. Cliff I say Cliff Z because I get sleepy when I get that drunk. No, C is not the rye. Holy crap. Okay. This is definitely, I hope this is a barely legal rye so that way I don't feel as much as an idiot. C is not the rye. Well, we know A is not the rye, B is not, or C is not the rye. I'm gonna find this goddamn rye. If I have to guess every single letter, we're gonna get it. Now I'm like, B could be the rye. B is so oaky though. I guess I have had an older rye that does have the oak, but I feel like oak jumps out of the glass before anything on B. That's the only reason I didn't think it was the rye. D. There's a hint of rye spice on D. All right, let's just fucking reveal. Is D the rye? Final answer. It's gonna be wrong. It's gonna be wrong. D is probably not the rye either. Then once we know which one's the rye, obviously this is a bourbon drinker's rye. Great point. They're all fantastic. I would drink all of these. The only one that I feel like I may not gravitate towards is A, because sometimes I'm off put a bit by that what I call like a sweetheart Smarties kind of note. So that's the only thing that throws me off a little bit about A. All right, we got confirmation. D is the rye. No Whiskey Mountains. There are 4, and I guessed 3 of them, and I found it on the 3rd one. Winning, right? Super Elmo. Okay, he likes it. He likes it. D is the rye. That's kind of like terrifying. Just like have him randomly like drop in. All right, D is the rye. All right. Well, we got the rye. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my guesses of what is what, but we don't know what is what. We're going to find out. All right. Go back through one more time. A is the one that I was getting a little bit of that Smarties. So now that I know this isn't the Knob Creek rye, it's definitely not regular Knob Creek. I'm going back to my original guess of this being the Russell's bourbon. Or Russell's bourbon, the non-single barrel version. Okay, he wants me to rank them and then see the key. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to guess them and rank them, because why the fuck not? Tammy says he needs a cape to be super Elmo. Donnie says, glad you like the Elmo. After we sent Snuffy to Perry, we had to follow up with Elmo to you. Whoa, wait, hold on. I feel like it's changing a bit. Sugar Kitty says, that gives me a thought. Hang the scary Peeper upside down from the ceiling. That would, I mean, not like here because we have like a flat ceiling, but in like an office or a school, like where it has like the panel ceiling. Holy crap, that would be scary as fuck. I love that. Maybe when I go back to the office, when we can actually work from the office again. That's a good idea. I'm holding on to that one. Sugar Kitty. The Elmo pulled a full scary Peeper, looked down for my food, and looked up, and there's upside down Elmo. All right. So A, hold on. Final thoughts on A. The more time I give A, my backup guess, if it's not the Russell's Reserve small batch, it almost is Brown Foreman. It's like a Brown Foreman kind of note. So I'm almost wondering, could it potentially be like a Old Forester, just like either the standard release or like maybe not 100 proof. I don't think it's 100 proof. I think it's a lower proof than 100, but there's like a little bit of like some Old Forester notes there. Backup guess. I think it may be Russell's number 1 and then Old Forester number 2. All right, B. I think B may be my favorite. B has a little bit of like a Dickel kind of like thing on the finish. Wow. You know what? This far into the stream, I'm finally pulling out more flavors that I didn't know I would get on them. But like, because I've revisited them so many times. B has a bit of that minerality. That Dickel minerality. Some people say vitamin. Flintstones vitamin. Oh, hold on. Wait. I might go full circle with B. I'm changing. I originally said I thought B was like a. What did I say? I think it was. I said I think it was a. I think I said I thought it was like a Heaven Hill, like a Henry McKenna. I don't think so anymore. It's definitely not Henry McKenna. B. I'm on the Dickel train now. I think B may be either the new 15-year Dickel single barrel, but like one of the high proof ones, like a pick, or B could be the Bottle and Bond from last year, 2020. but I like it a lot. So far, I think B may be my favorite, but I'm going to try C and D real quick. So C is the rye. We know it's a rye. That's all we know. Oh, no. Nope. I'm wrong. We know that D is the rye. C is very, very sweet. But the honey doesn't come out till the end. That seems so off profile from anything that I've had. I almost wonder, is C just something that I've never had before? It doesn't jump in any direction as like being something I've had before. Because I don't normally get the honey on the end of it. Man, if I had to make a guess for C, we know it's not the E.H. Taylor rye, but I still... E.H. Taylor single barrel or like small batch, because B could be, if B is the Dickel, it's either the 100 proof one or like from the bottle and bond, or it's the lower proof 15 year, like the 47.5 I think it is, because that would make sense. If A is like 90, this one is whatever 47.5 is, do the math, and C is 50% ABV 100 proof. D could be... Do y'all hear that creepy crow outside my window? At least I think it's a crow. Very, very on theme for tonight's stream, because that was really creepy. Ooh, D's the rye. Best comment of the night. Adriana says, Clifton's guesses. I'm guessing it's either Knob Creek or maybe Dickel, possibly Elijah, or Old Forester, if not Four Roses, Buffalo Trace, or Henry McKenna. Yes, and yes. That's exactly my thoughts on all four are that. Yes. All right. C is the most like wild card for me. Buffalo Trace something. I guess like an E.H. Taylor small batch. Okay, move on to D for my guess. High proof. So I was saying something earlier that I said it reminded me of like a Jim Beam single barrel, the new one that's 108 proof. It's like teetering on that and like a Baker's. I said Booker's, but I don't feel like it's quite as old enough to be a Booker's. Oh, duh. Thanks for the reminder, because I forgot that. Thinking about D. Beam Rye. Wow. Huh. Beam and Rye. Well, that only really leaves us with like what? If you told me it's a fucking Booker's Rye, I would be... Shit, this is Booker's Rye, dude. I've had Booker's Rye, but I've always been forewarned. This is Booker's Rye. I still have some left if it is, but... I really don't think that's Booker's Rye. It's got some oak there, though. Minty spice. Tom says Knob Creek Rye. Well, that was my guess for A. I guess that A was the Knob Creek Rye, and I was wrong about that. It's high proof, so it's got to be a Knob Creek Rye. Maybe a... Now I'm deciding, is this the cast strength rye that someone mentioned earlier? Because I've not had the cast strength. I've had the twice barreled rye, but not the cast strength rye. You know what? I'm going to take a wild card. I'm going to say the twice barreled rye, because I have a bottle of that, and I was so blown away by how much I like that one. So, all right, final guesses and order, because Nick wants the order. Final guess for A. Russell's small batch or Old Forester low proof. B. Dickel. I guess my guess would be either like the 15-year non high proof, like the 47 or whatever it is, or the Dickel bottle and bond. C. Buffalo Trace something. I guess I'm going to guess E.H. Taylor single barrel. We'll go with that. D. Well, that's a good point. Sugar Kitty says Knob Creek Rye single barrel is 115 proof. It could just be. I drink it all. You know what? I'm gonna take the leap of faith and I'm gonna say the double barreled or the twice barreled rye, but it could very well be a just a regular single barrel rye. All right, y'all ready for some results? I think y'all are ready for some results. We've delayed this long enough, so let's go ahead and Old Overholt. Oh, that'd be a twister, wouldn't it? That would. Oh, Scary Fever says meow. Okay. So we have the results, the flight key. So let's go ahead, open that up. I'm so excited. Oh, ranks. Thank you. Rank. Fuck. I drank all of D. B, C, D, A. B, C, D, A is my order. C and D are kind of flip-flop. So it could be B, D, C, A, or B. I'm going to say B, C, D, A. That's what I'm going to say. If D is Booker's rye, I'm going to be so confused. All right. B, C, D, A is my order. So A is my last place. Let's go ahead and reveal what A is, shall we? I'm trying to not look at all. Okay, A. Oh, wow, I've never had that one. Sam Houston, 14 year. NC1. I've never had Sam Houston. I imagine they source from somewhere, right? Huh. A is Sam Houston. Okay. That was the one that I was getting like that weird sweet tart note. So I associate it with like a Russell's. But then I was like, oh, it could be an Old Forester. Yeah, A was not familiar to me. It's the flavor profile that I don't particularly vibe with. So I don't know much about Sam Houston. All right. Wow, I was totally wrong about B. Okay, we're gonna get to that. Okay, so my order was B, C, D, A. So let's look at D. D, Sugar Kitty got it. It is a Knob Creek Rye Single Barrel Select Greensboro ABC. Yeah, I want to be like, oh, I got that one, but I did get that D was a Beam product. That was like one of the first things I said first thing through. I said D was a Beam product. Did I just hit that it was a rye? No, but also we know that Beam is like a barely legal rye, so. I was a little overzealous because I was thinking 115 proof. I was like, I was trying to do the math. So, Sugar Kitty says, isn't Sam Houston Barton? Well, that could explain why I don't particularly like it. If there's any distillery other than like Old Forester that I don't like, it's Barton. Not to say that like I've never liked anything from them, but I'm not the biggest Barton fan. Like 1792, it's just not quite my thing. Old MGP, I don't think so. That A does not taste like MGP. I don't think so. But MGP is part of this flight. Spoiler alert. MGP is part of this flight. All right, let's go to C, which was my second favorite here tonight. Okay. Well, I guess MGP is part of this in two ways. C is Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered. What did I say C was? I said C was the most unfamiliar. And you know what? I feel like as much as I love MGP, I do feel like MGP doesn't have a particular flavor profile that I typically, like what flavor profile would you guys say that MGP has? It's delicious whiskey. I freaking love MGP. But is there a certain like note, like Beam has the nuttiness. Heaven Hill for me has the bakery kind of note. Some people get like nuttiness on Heaven Hill too. Brown Foreman has the banana. What does MGP have? I was close on D. So I was close. Thank you for the acknowledgement. All right. C is Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered, and I freaking love that one. That's a great pour. Actually, I bought a backup bottle that I haven't opened the backup bottle, but now I know second place. That's nothing to snoffed at. That is not a word. Scoff. Ha. Cliffy will be here for the after party, y'all. All right. So we will reveal our number one pick of the night. Letter B. Tell it to us, Elmo. All right. Fred says Sam is Barton. So Brian says only time I've had Smoke Wagon was with Clifton. Yeah, we used to get way more of it. It's harder to find out here, but it's still out here. Carolina Whiskey Girl says I've really enjoyed the Smoke Wagons I've had. Me too. Syracuse says I've got a local Knob Creek rye single barrel store pick, and it's rye but well rounded and not a strong rye. Yeah, I actually, like I said, literally yesterday I ordered a brand new bottle of a store pick of the Knob Creek rye. So glad to know that I like that one. Yes, it did waver second place, but I still like it. Sugar Cutie says MGP has a different kind of nutty taste to me. Okay, so the results so far. Second place is Smoke Wagon Uncut. Third place is Knob Creek Rye. And fourth place, Sam Houston 14 Year. So, y'all ready for whiskey number one? Whiskey number one, my first place whiskey was Bellmead Reserve Cask Strength. Now, this is a 112 proof, so that's not the new one that's like proof down to like 108. 112 proof MGP, non-age stated, but it's a blend of 7 to 11-year-old barrels. Damn, y'all, I love MGP. Like, y'all already knew that. I don't hide the fact that I really, really enjoy MGP, but MGP got first and second place tonight. Whoa, let's have another pour of my first place just to like get a little taste of the winner here tonight. So this is a Bellmead Bellmead Cask Strength. Oh yeah, Donnie says great whiskey wrenching, Adriana. I agree with that. Adriana's done amazing tonight. And I know Donnie, you would too if you weren't, hunkered down. Ah, man, B on the nose. That was the first thing that caught me off guard. Like the first thing that took my interest with this one was the nose on it. Super oaky. I mean, we said this is a 7 to 11-year-old MGP. Now that I know it's MGP, I'm like, oh yeah, obviously. But wow, that was such an awesome flight. Thank you so much, Scary Peeper. I love this. I was a little nervous about doing like a double blind where I don't know what I'm drinking. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I mean, y'all stuck around to see the results. I'm always nervous. Like, are people going to really stick around to the end to see the results? So if y'all want to see more of these, y'all are welcome to send me a blind flight. Maybe like even if you have like a theme you want to do, like Ian did like a New Riff flight. This one was like his favorite things flight. But if you have a theme in mind, you want to send me a flight, please let me know. I would love to do it, especially these Saturday streams. Like I said, they're a little more casual. We can just talk and drink. But wow, that was an awesome time. So thank you, Adriana Whiskey Mountains, for doing the results here. For those of you curious, first place was Bellmead Reserve, Smoke Wagon, Knob Creek, and Sam Houston 14. That's kind of disappointing about Sam Houston. I don't know. I thought I may have liked that one a bit more because I hear so much hype about it. It just doesn't do it for me. Scary Peeper says, glad you like these. Well, I'm glad that you sent them to me. Like I said, if y'all want to order these really cool masks, I have it back there, but you'll see in the thumbnail. You know what? I'll go BRB. I just want to get up. Who knows if I'm wearing pants? Maybe I'm not wearing pants. Maybe that's why I'll put this on. But BRB. I'm going to go grab this mask. We're going to look at it. All right, I'm back. So this is the Scary Peeper. This is okay. Y'all gotta hear the theory of this. You're supposed to there's a suction cup here. You put it up on a window, like outside your house, and it literally looks like it's peering in your window. It's absolutely. I mean, look at the freaking details of this thing's face. Oh my god. Now, Scary Peeper, tell us, was this modeled after your face? I hope not. Or if it was, hopefully it was a loose interpretation of your face there. This is the Scary Peeper. Now, he has several different models of them. They have the this one. There's one that's supposed to look like it's tapping on your window, so you could play a tapping sound effect or something really creepy like that. And they also have a more affordable one that's just it's only $10, and it's a simple version of this, but I'm sure it's guaranteed to get some scares. So, wait, no, he said no. What was the no about? Oh wait, what did I miss? Carolina Whiskey Girl. She said, "What's his ranking on these?" He said he honestly loves B the most, and the rest are close second. Well, sounds like we got similar taste there. Oh yeah, the no was in response to it being modeled after his face. Well, that's good to hear. But seriously, y'all, 30% off with the coupon code Bourbon. I think the B may have to be capitalized in Bourbon. Try it both ways. I'm not sure. I may have mistyped that. So try it without the capital and with the capital. Check out at scarypeeper.com. Like I said, you're sure to find something that will be perfect to scare. Just don't scare your spouse, as I learned. Unless they have a good sense of humor. Not that he doesn't have a good sense of humor, but unless they're okay getting scared. And make sure to film it and tag Scary Peeper on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. Make sure he can see it. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that have done pranks with them. I literally went on a binge watch of when I got this. I watched so many of them. Kid Behind the Camera, who's the guy that was behind Angry Grandpa before he passed away. He did a video with him. Actually, I'm Facebook friends with him. We were talking the other day about like who's your most famous Facebook friend. I guess that might be him. I don't know. All right. So, anyways, y'all, we are about to head over to our after party Patreon monthly hangout. That's for everyone. $5 and up on Patreon. So if you had fun tonight, you can always join at patreon.com/bourbonbites. Just making sure there's no patrons that came in tonight. But everyone, hope to see you there. Like I said, Scary Peeper. I'm going to up your tier on Patreon for the Discord so you can join our hangout if you want. If you want to, no pressure. But if you want to join us, we'll be in the monthly hangout room. Now, like I said, if you are a patron and your tier's not carried over, please let me know. If you're $5 and up, let me know, and I can upgrade you too. Just sometimes it doesn't sync with Discord. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. M with the link there. M, you're doing an awesome job. Thank you too. Emily, our mod's here tonight. I didn't give a shout out earlier. Emily, Donnie, and Adriana. And is Adriana even a mod? I think she is, right? I can't see on my screen. Did I mod you? If not, she needs to be. And then, of course, Brandon was here earlier too. So cheers, everyone. See y'all on the monthly hangout here soon. And until next time, this has been Bourbon Bites, whiskey reviews with a gaming twist. Cheers, and I'll see y'all on Thursday night's live stream. Bye, guys.